Hello and welcome back to the Finish Line and Talking Points, our weekend review show where we're going to go through everything that happened over the week. And yes, we are going to talk about a photo. But before we get to all the ins and outs of all that, bit of housekeeping. A few lads are in touch about the Punter Challenge again. So what you need to do is have an active Hollywood Bets account. Then you will go over to punters.hollywoodbets.com. It's like a little sign up. You put in what your username, whatever you want to be known as on the leaderboard, and simple as that. If you meet the terms and conditions on the Irish side, you get a €5 free bet every time you play. So it's free to play and you get a £5 out of it for nothing. So all the links are in the description for the sign up. You have your English site and you have your Irish site. So there's two separate ones. If you're English, you go to the UK one. If you're Irish, you go to the Irish one. Simple as.
Good crack though, isn't it?
It is. I had 2 out of 2 at the start. I thought, oh, here we go again. And then it just fell to pieces.
Sure, you were flying, yeah.
I was in the top 10 with 2 races left to go and came 50th or something in the end.
I went for the outsiders.
Huh?
I went for the outsiders and had an absolute mare. Yeah, it was terrible to be honest. But
if you get one big price in the handicaps, you're nearly going to be up around there. If you could
I had a 40 to 1 second a few weeks ago. Like that wins it for you basically.
Yeah.
If that
so someone said to me today that someone had 150 to 1 second.
Jesus.
That was at Nace or somewhere today.
No, okay. Friday. That was fun. Cheltenham Festival Preview.
Yeah, it was great. I have to say.
Buzzing after it as well.
I've never been so happy for it to be over.
You're a very stressful person.
Up till about the hour before, I even told you I have to go over here early. There's stuff only coming in now that I have to put in and have it ready.
We didn't get there early because that's not even go there.
And then the links, for some reason, StreamYard wouldn't leave Hollywood Bets drop the links in. So then I had to do it on the laptop on this side. Oh, it was so fucking stressful.
It was good though. The general reaction was very good. I think we nearly got to 1,000 live views at one stage, which is insane.
We got over 1,000. We got
over 1,000, didn't we? Yeah, it's mental stuff. So,
and it's
what's it now?
11,000 in space of 2 days, which is mental. But just on that, a few of the prizes, all the people for the hoodies, the vouchers for peppers and spice would have been contacted. The people who won the cups, Aleem, Aaron Casey, and the running team, message the finishing line on Twitter or Facebook with your address. There's no point giving me just the silks because I don't know where to send them.
I have Aaron's address, and Aleem said he'd text me once you have him ready. So I don't know anything about the racing team.
Well, Aleem, if you're watching, you're not getting them unless you can send me your address first. Plain and simple. I need addresses. They're all getting sent at the same time. End of story. That's what's happening.
I have Aaron's anyway.
Okay. I just need the racing team and the Leams. That's all I need. And the Sinead O'Brien got in contact with you, Dave, didn't she? Or he? Yeah. He was using his Mrs. laptop. So
you got that to Gavin then, did you?
I got that to Gavin. Told Gavin yesterday. He went for the 50 each way.
Yeah.
The big one.
Nice.
That's everything. I think we have sorted through. Hoodies, mugs, meals. Yeah, that's everything sorted.
Man, that was Gavin's a legend. Wow, that was a really nice thing to do. Like
it was. It's like what was it? 7-2 and 7-1 double 50 each way. That's man. I think it works out about $3,000 or something like that. And to both of them plays, it's something like €400, give or take. I could be totally wrong there, but
you'd imagine both will place anyway. So,
and on Gavin, myself and Dave are doing the cycle. Tom has to go to a wedding conveniently.
I'm gutted to be honest. Now, it'd be really good fun, and there's loads of people doing it. I'd love to meet. So, look, who knows with weddings this year, lads? That might change. So we'll see. But hopefully, I can do it. It's
Coast to Curragh. It's for Cancer Trials Ireland. So it's kind of in aid of Pat Small and Gavin's mother, who sadly died of prostate cancer. So it's a good cause. I set up a GoFundMe page. It's in the description. So every single cent will be going towards the charity on that day. So whatever we make from now up till September 25th, every single last penny of it is going to the charity. So look, give what you can, €1, 2, 5, whatever you want. It's all going to a good cause. And it makes me have to actually train again, which I'm absolutely dreading. Starts tomorrow, Dave.
He said to me today,
shut up,
oh,
Dave.
we're going to do the whole thing. And it's like, 155k cycle is long. And I also said, that's all well and good, Andrew, that you want to do the whole thing, but like it depends on my heart. So, you know, let's see
no,
how it goes. Like,
Tom, if I don't do the whole lot, I have an excuse. I had to look after Dave, lads. I couldn't leave him behind.
Patient. Yeah,
I had to look after him.
I got good news this week, so touch wood now. Things
all going well.
I'll know more in 2 weeks' time. So
you're alive and kicking, unlike some other things.
Oh, well played.
Oh,
wow, that was a bit early.
No.
But before we get on to
are we going to be like a proper like TV channel news station now? And we like leave that right to the end so everyone watches the whole video? Because what they really want is at the end.
I never thought of that. So fun to it today, lads. It was good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Let's get the bad things out of the way first.
But before we start, myself and Dave are going to be vlogging our progression through the whole thing. So him shouting at me for being lazy, me telling him to fuck off, just leave me alone, and us arguing a lot. So more or less this, but a lot more meaner. So that starts tomorrow. But anyway, we may as well start with it, will we? There has been a photo circulating whether it is real or fake. So look, if you're living under a rock, you don't know what happened. Gordon Elliott, pressed the wrong thing. Sorry. Gordon Elliott is under investigation by the IHRB over a photograph that's been circulation of him sitting on a dead horse on the gallops in his stable. Nothing to be said whether it's true or not, but some comments from a certain trainer from Gordon, his thing would lead you to believe otherwise, but innocent until proven guilty. He put out this after everything. I'm aware of a photo in circulation on social media. The IHRB have been in contact with me regarding this photo and I will fully cooperate with their investigation. Now, lads, we were all hemming and hawing before Gordon sent out that. We're like, oh, is it photoshopped? Is it real? When he sent out that probably wasn't the smartest move in the world. If this is fake, that to me screams, whoops, I got caught.
Yeah, no, you just gotta like. I'd love to lash into this. I'd love to lash into all that people are talking about or whatever. But we've obviously got to be really, really careful with what all we can put out is fact and fiction. Which at the minute, the fact and fiction is that Gordon Elliott is under investigation. I think everyone's seen the image now. Don't need to show it again, lads. If you're on Twitter,
it's all over.
Don't share images of dead horses. Not nice. So look, we're just gonna have to wait and see. My point is this needs to be dealt with tomorrow. It's either a fake photo or it's a real photo. It needs to be dealt with tomorrow, and whatever is going to happen needs to happen from there. Like if it's true or not.
But if it was fake, wouldn't he have come out already and said it was fake? That I'm going to clear my name, this is blah, this is bullshit, blah, blah, blah. The more it goes on and on, the more you're thinking, this has to be true. This is verging on truth.
Yeah, I don't think it's helping anyone. If that was me in that situation and it was photoshopped, I'd have released a very, very different statement. But I'm not Gordon Elliott. I'm not in that position. And you know what he sees fit to do is what he sees fit to do. I think the point is we just need to really get this wrapped up. I'm refreshing Twitter there now, but I don't expect anything until tomorrow. But you've already seen all the tabloids have this. And I've been refreshing Twitter all day, and some of the comments that are coming up, you can tell the horse racing people comment, and you can tell the people who've read the tabloids, because they're forming they're the Gordon Elliott is, and pick the expletive you want. That's their tweet. They're not the horse racing people at the minute. It's an absolute disaster if it's fake or not. If it's not fake, it's a unmitigated disaster. I don't think we've ever faced anything like that before. But I mean, it's all speculation at the minute, but it's just not good. 2 weeks before Cheltenham, lads. Like, it's not good at all.
What do you think, Dave? Give us your thoughts.
Pretty much the same as Tom. And when we were talking about this last night, whether it's true or fake, like, obviously that matters regards what would happen to Gordon. But even if it's fake, you're going to have people online, the people that hate horse racing and have for many, many years called it to be banned and it's cruel and so on and so forth. They're going to believe it's real, even if it is fake, and it's just going to add fuel to the fire. At a really, really bad time, because with Cheltenham 2 weeks away, the situation last year with COVID and Cheltenham going ahead with fans, I think there's a lot of people don't want Cheltenham to go ahead, that don't want racing to go ahead. And in that sense, it just adds fuel to the fire. I wouldn't get into it really here, whether it's true or fake. I don't know, but
right, let's put it like
it's awful. It's obviously worse again if it's true, and he deserves to be dealt with accordingly. But
worst case scenario, it's true. What happens to the horses between now this close to Cheltenham? Myself and Tom had this discussion earlier on for about a good 40 minutes. It's too close to take him out of a yard, to try settle him into a routine, to change their feed. Do we just ban Gordon from the yard, leave stable staff take over, someone high in the yard, say like Jamie Cotter, someone who's always in there, a Davy Russell, to oversee things until after Cheltenham? Then all the horses are spread out. And then on the other side, what do you do if you're an owner and this is going on?
But right, that's all well and good regards if it's true and let them take over. But if it's true, everybody down there knows what is going on. So how can you let them take over? So
I know, I get that, but
I said this
logistically, is it feasible to take that many horses? There's over a good 100 horses, if not two, in that yard. What yard is equipped to take that?
No,
I highly doubt Willie Mullins has any space. There's probably satellite yards where they could go to, and so on and so forth. It's
a madness situation. I said it to Tom yesterday regards, and look, horse racing comes down to betting. That's the money. This is a podcast about like talking about horse racing and then giving our opinions on races and Cheltenham and betting. So that is an important part of what eventually will come out of this. And I said to Tom, like, what are they going to do with the horses if the trainer wasn't allowed to train them and they weren't then able to feasibly get to Cheltenham? Like, you have a horse down there that I'd say the whole of the horse racing fan base and people that bet have in and do anti-post bets have him in all sorts of anti-post bets. What happens there then as well? So there's so much more than just a picture to this. Like,
I think we're speculating now. I think we're jumping a little bit ahead to worst case scenario. I feel that we're going to learn more about this in the coming days. I really, really do.
But it needs to be started tomorrow. They can't leave it any later tomorrow if anything is going to happen.
No, it has to be sorted tomorrow anyway.
Yeah, it'll be sorted tomorrow. I think we'll find out a lot more anyway tomorrow. I get an impression it'll lead to a conclusion tomorrow anyway, some way, and then we go from there. And I think I think we'll know a lot more on Wednesday's show. But look, I'd just like to say, like, you know, I hope to God it's not true. And the other thing is, if it is, then like that's somebody's horse. If that was my horse, I'd be very upset right now if that was being shared on social media. And I would just, one thing is for certain anyway, and I knew this before, but Twitter is a cesspit. Twitter brings out the lowest of the low in people because everyone wants to say, this is true. How are you that stupid you don't believe it? Or this is fake. How can you not see this is fake about it? I can't help you if this is fake. And then they delete tweets.
I'm glad I'm not able to use it.
It is an absolute...
You would have had a field day last night.
Everyone wants to be righter than the other person. And then if they disagree with the person and they think they're right, they want to put the other person down as far as they can. Lads, get a grip of yourselves. Like,
I control the text group, and I was just head loss beyond head loss in that all weekend. So I had enough. I don't need to be on Twitter looking at it as well.
We were having discussions in there, and like that's probably bad enough, but like that's a sealed enough. That's a WhatsApp group. It's not Twitter, and we're not like putting each other down kind of thing. I don't think like Twitter is just a hole of a place, lads. It's just rotten. Make up your mind, have your own opinion. I think we were all talking last night, and there was different opinions going around, but like that's your opinion. Until you learn otherwise, I think maybe just keep it to yourself, or just share it with your closest friends in a discussion. But don't feel the need to put random strangers down on social media. I think you need to get over that a little bit. And that's not just to any one person. That is to literally everybody on Twitter. I could have counted hundreds of people last night. But
it's a place where
let's see what happens. But it's a holy mess, and I do say it's unprecedented. And some people will say that we've dealt with worse things, but I don't think we've dealt with something like this. Well, we haven't dealt with something like this anyway. No. Let alone if it's true or not. We haven't dealt with any images on social media of licensed trainers to like in that position. So let's hope it's not true. But
the thing that's kind of, as I said to you, was baffling me is if that was Henry the Ramhead, Willie Mullins, Paul Nolan, anyone like that, straight away everyone would be saying that's 100% fake, not a hope in hell. Gordon Elliott is in the picture, and it's just the fact that people are not shocked. Is that like that's kind of
that's an opinion though? Like that's
what I'm on. That's the kind of opinions people have of him. That's not our opinion. We've never met the man. It's just the kind of vibe that everyone's giving off.
Yeah, I think a few of the comments are saying like, "Come back to it when we know more." I think that's it. Like there's little we can say.
Let's move on to better news or
better news. Can we move on to Picturegate number 2? Black Horton was retired, and didn't they put up a picture of Frodon?
Yeah.
That
was Twitter headlines as well
this weekend. So
you can't even get a proper send off. Frodon has to take the limelight again.
No, Frodon takes the limelight all the time, and he's going to live with Bryony, which is nice. No, it's nice. She's giving him a home. I'm sure she'll be giving Frodon a home as well.
The horse that won the race didn't get any plaudits because it was all about Black Horton being retired. Like,
this is true. Let's not get into this now, Dave. Right, there wasn't much that really happened over the weekend. There was, look, between now and Cheltenham, it's going to be kind of not bang average races, but not the greatest in the world. So we start off with the Red Mills Trial Hurdle, Great Hill, where Jason the Millivant beat good old Cabela Bourgeois, who God love him is never going to win a race again in his life, and Durasso back in third. Look, he's made a bit of a mark in the Cheltenham in the champion hurdle market, 25s, 20s in a place. Can't see him playing a hand in it whatsoever, but thoughts in the race?
The only thoughts I have is Cabela Bourgeois will never win a race again.
No, God bless him.
He's gone.
His chance came in Tipperary there last summer, didn't it? And he didn't win that. He's gonna struggle to win one. Not in saying that, I'd love to bloody own him. He's some crack. Like, he always turns up and wins you plenty of prize money and gives you a good run. He's a lovely horse that way, but he's probably going to struggle. Jason the Militant's a nice horse, lads. His form is pretty good, and he was very good at Fairyhouse winning his maiden hurdle, and his maiden on the flat. Sorry, that day he bolted up.
He gave away a nice bit of weight to him as well. Was it 7 or 8 pounds he gave away?
Yeah. So, I mean, kind of, it is what it is, really, isn't it? It's probably not good enough to make it into a champion hurdle shake-up, but we've probably got every right to go. Give it a go. Why not? If I was them, I'd give it a go.
Right, move on to the Bobby Joe chase for Cabela Bourgeois, won it for a second year in a row. Borough Saint was back in second at 9-4. Tom, you're not a fond of hanging bastards, and Borough Saint to me now, and I will agree with you on this, he looked like an absolute hanging bastard coming into the home straight. That surely can't fill you with any confidence going to Aintree.
No, he's just not a horse I've ever liked. I think he's always a horse that's well put up. I just think everyone thinks he's going to win everything. After he won, he went a 6-1 favourite when he won the Irish National. But don't know. He's just not a horse I've taken to for no particular reason. Now he's clearly a very good horse. I think Cabela Bourgeois is a bit of a dude, isn't he? He goes and runs behind Albion Photo, and then he comes out and picks up his race later in the season. Difficult enough horse to place. I think this is kind of his level. But
he was given £6 away as well.
Yeah, and look, again, I think it's one of those. The race was fine. I think Irish National is probably where they're going to go next. And he's going to have to carry a lot of weight, but best luck to him.
Dave, any thoughts on it? Say something.
A bag of shite.
A bag of shite.
Right, we move on to what some people are still calling a bag of shit, and some are saying, aka Matt Chapman, that this thing is going to bolt up in the Triumph Hurdle. Tritonic beat Cassie Lupi at Kempton. Good enough, beating 10 lengths. Will he put it up to Zanny here? Are we... What way are we looking at it, more or less? Because I only seen the replay there before we came on. It was visually impressive, but he's beating Cassie Lupi again.
I was texting Tom about this yesterday, and fair enough, Tom has Quixilios at big prices and stuff earlier in the year.
Getting on to me about what names now.
Quixilios.
Calixios.
Yeah, we saw the one. That's a hard name to say, though, I have to say.
Calixios. I can't even say it. I can't.
Calixios.
And looking at the comments they are flying down, it's just a prime example of the fun in this sport and the different opinions. Because there's people saying he's a yak, he shouldn't be 3-1, he's slow. There's other people saying it's super impressive. Tom said it was impressive, but he'd prefer to be on the other ones. I don't generally back anything in the Triumph till after the Adonis. It's the last kind of race, and there's always a horse comes out this time of year that will have a chance. People are going on regard Solo then last year, and he bombed out. I don't think this horse is anything like Solo. I actually do think he has a really good chance in the Triumph. I see some people saying yesterday the track suited him because he's a flat horse. He's a flat horse that ran over 2 miles.
He's a stayer.
A stiff 2 miles at Ascot. He's a stayer, and he wants every yard of probably 2 miles 4 and more in the future. So the track did not suit him yesterday. I see people saying, he was off the bridle. The reason he was off the bridle is because the track didn't suit him. He definitely needs a stiffer track. He was super impressive the last furlong, just sprinted away. I think he's a right good chance. Alan King's go on for it.
No, I was going to say the gap in the final flight and the second last flight is surely going to play to his strengths.
Yeah, and look, it's very hard to equate the form. that happens in the Triumph often. You can get a couple of favourites win, and then you'll get a 33-1 shot to win it, or the likes of Pentland Hills, who Kubo back for the Arca. But that's another story.
Sunday bingo! Not everyone.
But I genuinely think he has a right good chance in the Triumph.
What do you think, Tom?
So, like David alluded to there, I know I've put Calixias up and I've been a big fan of his. The way I've managed to shape my betting in the Triumph Hurdle is that I've got Calixios wins me the most, obviously. And then Zanahir and French Seal are both winners in the book for me. So I've taken everything else on. I think I've literally got Tritonic to beat, and I've got 3 chances to beat him. That's kind of why I'm happy enough to take him on. But I'd give him a chance. I'd definitely give him a chance. I wouldn't be writing him off at all. So look, I'm hoping I can get him beat, but he would have a chance in it. Yeah.
I said on Wednesday to you, Andrew, I thought the bet was to back him to win the Adonis and then to the Adonis and then the Triumph. Because I said if he won impressively, he'd be shortened to God knows what. And he went straight into 4-1. Like.
He's 4-1. That's awful short. I'd rather Zana here now.
Can we talk about this chat that Calixios goes to the Boodles?
He's going to have too much of high mark.
Calixios has a mark in Ireland of 144, right? So the handicapper is surely going to give at least £4, isn't he, in the UK? At least, if not more, I imagine. There's just not a chance. To put that in perspective, the top weight in the Boodles for the last 4 years is, I think it's like 100. I did it the other day. I'm trying to remember. It's like 140, 141, and 139, or 138. It's all in around that kind of a level. There was nothing that's attempted to run in that race off like high 140s, if not 150. Look, anything's possible. That's the last 24 hours has proved that. But yeah, for me, I couldn't imagine it.
You can't see it happening realistically, especially with the mark he has over here.
Myself and Mr. Robbie Corcoran's Boodles horse should get in now after winning today, so that's the main thing.
Yeah, he won well, didn't he? Zophonian,
yeah.
And he wore it in duffel coat.
Very quiet.
Very quiet on duffel coat.
I'm really keen on him. If he gets there, I'm really keen on him.
If he went to the Bulls now, as Tom put him up a while ago, he'd be the one now I'd be siding with.
He would bulk up in the Boodles, lads.
I'd be interested in him in the Albert Bartlett if he went there.
He's a bit young. He's not battle hard enough.
Yeah, he wants a trip for sure, though.
And this is the thing as well. I think people are missing now is those Triumph Hurdle horses. A lot of them end up as stayers.
Yeah.
You don't get many 2 milers out of it. Like you really do have to stay to win that. It's like 2-year-olds on the flat. If they're running over 7 furlongs in a mile, when they're 2, they're quite often middle distance plus horses. And when they're 3-year-olds running over 2 miles, it probably, when they develop it a bit more, it normally suits them to go up.
That's the reason I was convinced Aspire Tower was a stayer. He ran like a stayer in it last year. But
that a lot of people, the 5-year-old not winning champion hurdle thing comes into it a lot, and like that's a fair statement for against Gosh and all that. But it's because a lot of the Triumph hurdle horses like Hampton are stayers, and if they enter the champion hurdle, like Sarkander is a prime example, they're just too slow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm coming around to lads. 2020. Silas Emery jumped well today. And then what's happened on Twitter yesterday? Gosner's going to win champion hurdle, isn't he?
You drinking again?
No, I'm actually not. It's just going to happen.
We need to talk about this.
It's just that kind of year. It's been that kind of year, 2 years.
Like 2020 was mental, and it's like 2021 is literally like hold my drink. Like it is insane.
We're not even into March yet, and there's so much shit after happening. All right, we move on to the Dovecot. Gentleman's game. comes over from Ireland and beats Calico. Jesus Christ, there's a close-up.
Cape Gentleman.
I
Gentleman's
don't
game
think
is a Mouse
Gentleman's
Morris
Game
horse.
is going anywhere near England, Andrew.
Look, I literally wrote down a gentleman's game. It's my own fault. I wrote it down stupidly. I was scribbling down things. I've been laying floors all day. I didn't even look at racing yesterday because I was too tired. Cape Gentleman.
Up all night refreshing Twitter.
Oh, stop. I think I was up till about 2 o'clock the others. I think I was up till about 12:30 having a conversation with Sam about it. And then I was just on Twitter for the rest of it. But yeah, he won that well, beating Calico of Dan Skelton's. Well, where does this put him now? He ran well in his maiden hurdle. He looked like a really good horse. He was 100 on the flat, bombed out at Leopardstown, then battled well at Kempton. Where'd you go next to them? Nowhere. Good.
I'm convinced he wants further anyway. I'm 100% convinced he wants further.
I might go to Punchestown with him, maybe.
Yeah, that's a good shout, Dave.
Well, I'd go up to 3 miles with him, I'd say.
Yeah, he looked beat turning it, not beat, but he looked like he was going to get caught by Dan Skelton's horse, but he just kept pulling out more and more and more and more.
Yeah,
definitely needs a trip. Meets for what was he, mile and 4 on the flat. One of the Ursus Irish. Yeah, definitely needs a trip.
Calico, I would never back again in my life.
Talking
about hanging bastards. I thought he had every chance to go past Cape Gentleman. I know Cape Gentleman battled really well, but I thought Calico had the win in that race, and he did not fancy it.
He travelled like an absolute dream, jumped the second last, went upsides, and went, not having this. Mike Cattlemore was commentating on it. Oh, Mike Cattlemore was commentating on it, and by the way he was talking, you'd swear he had his house on Calico. He didn't barely mention. I don't know.
Yeah, he's one lads to keep in mind. You'd look at that form and say, "Oh, he was second in the Dovecote last time out, only beating 3/4 of a length, 7.5 lengths back to the next one." Obviously, it depends what company he's in next time out, but I would not be in a rush to back him.
Right, today, National Spirit, brewing up a storm, put up a bit of a shock and beating McFabulous, who everyone thought was, well, I thought he was going to be the next Oscar Whiskey 2 mile 4 specialist, but brewing up a storm, rolled back the years, but he's fourth in the Ballymore a few years back, so fences didn't work out for him. He won a handicap last time. Seems like he's back and formed himself now. Apparently, he's going to Aintree now. He's not going to Cheltenham at all. He has no entries. He's going for the 2 mile 4 Aintree hurdle. Would you give him a chance in this, or Dave? You hate him. You hate him with a passion.
I'm not even going to get into this because.
No, please do. We're on 33 minutes in. Please get into it.
I'll end up getting sued or something.
You didn't get sued off the first topic. You're not going to get sued off this.
Worry about
it. The trainer will run races around Fontwell, Hereford, probably Musselburgh,
Plumpton,
maybe a few in Ayr and Perth. Then won't have a sniff at Cheltenham, won't have a sniff at Aintree, won't have a sniff at Punchestown, and I just don't understand it, and I don't get it. McFabulous was pushed along from halfway. I'd say he didn't like the track at all, and there was something wrong with him. But look, that brewing up a yak and every other horse in that stable, I just don't even look at. Don't look at the form. I just brush over it.
So tell us how you really feel.
You're not an Ollie Murphy fan, Dave, no?
Not at all.
Really? Shame.
Poor Ollie.
Tom, what do you think about it?
Yeah, I actually completely after time in here. I had a couple of quid on brewing up a storm. I just had a feeling he'd overturn McFabulous. Yeah, I think if you're a McFabulous fan and you're looking towards Aintree, right? And when we get to Aintree, take out a big red pen. And when you get down to the 28th of February and Fontwell. I'm at Fabulous. You just put a big red line through that run and just completely forget it ever existed. He didn't give his running at all.
No.
This is like you two now with bloody Goshen and saying Brewing Up a Storm beat that. Brewing Up a Storm would win the bloody... he'd nearly win the Stayers hurdle if you took
Hold
that.
on now. Whoa.
There was five hurdles left, and Harry Cobden was thrown out to stress signals. So you knew straight away he ain't gonna win. Like, he actually done well to finish second, I thought.
He did do well to finish second. He completely walked through one.
Yeah.
I'd say he didn't like the track, and look, just completely forget about it. Get to Aintree. You might actually get a bit of a price on him now.
That's true. That's all the reason. So, question time. Get your questions in for the next.
Yeah, City Horse Emery jumped well today. I was quite impressed with that.
Yeah, and you know who?
Look, he does that the whole time. He'll get beat in the grade ones the whole time.
That's obvious. But Sam's Adventure was impressive yesterday. I thought he was very good. I love them races. I really do. Like,
you do love the Irish
4
race.
miles around Newcastle, and there was 7 different horses you thought were going to win, and then this thing comes along. Ears pricks, didn't want to win, and still won. And
big length of neck on
walking through fences.
Second last, he absolutely.
Yeah.
He done all mankind. He turned into a fridge for a fence.
I've got another one yesterday as well. Captain Black Pearl at Kempton.
Oh, I backed him. He was going to win.
What a gobshite of a horse. I actually, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I do.
If he wins that second last, he was going to win because that bloody what's Paul Nicholas' horse? My Way. Once he gets into a battle, he just doesn't want to know about it.
He wanted to know about it bloody Saturday, bolted in. But yeah, what's he off? 127. Yeah, Captain Black Pearl, I would mark that run up a little bit. I remember him running as point to point actually, and he's not a bad horse at all.
He's done well to be third in the end. He
did do well to be third. I think the fact that he got up so well for third, he would have finished. Would he have beaten the winner?
Yes.
Don't know. Possibly, and I wouldn't rule it out. And I'm normally one to say, it wouldn't have beaten the winner, but he'd have been very, very close. I doubt he's going to get put up now, and he is one for next time.
Micromanage. Supreme Dreams gone.
Yeah, geez, he had to win today, I think, to get in to have any chance in that. So,
horse who beat him's good though.
Yeah, he looked good.
Does he do too much?
Micromanage.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Lunatic.
What you do now,
He's the hood on for a reason. He wants 2 hoods, I'd say.
You try and win a maiden hurdle somewhere, and you go from there with him. And from there is Punchestown in reality, isn't it?
Back to the flat.
And then, but this is the good thing: you can go back to the flat with him. You'd have a hell of a lot of fun on the flat. He's rated 107 on the flat. I'd nearly be looking more towards the flat with him if he was my horse now. I'd be happy to have a runner in all those top staying.
Galway Festival.
Yeah, he'd get loose up there and you won't catch him.
Yeah, all around them tight bends, he'd be flying along.
People are wanting to know our thoughts on Clondalk Castle's performance in the Grade 3 handicap.
He really annoys me. He's very good, but it really annoys me, that horse. Me and you both him up for Cheltenham, I think, 2 races back, Andrew.
Yeah, he was third.
And then I was full sure he was coming to the Boyle to be a proper decent horse then, and he'd win that and then go on. He lost that, and he was second again, and I couldn't have him the weekend, but then, of course, he goes and bowls up.
I think with Jump the fourth last and third last, he stood out like a sore thumb. He was travelling all over, and it was like, this thing is going to win, and I haven't a cent on it. Bastard.
Yeah, I thought he was all right. I'll give you, I had a good look at Nice today, and 2 I would give you, I'm just trying to find the second one now, the first one is Desir Dulage. There are 2 Joseph O'Brien horses, actually. Desir Dulage was returning from a break of 820 days. They stuck him in a grade 2. First time over hurdles. He'd won a bumper. He's a nice horse. He's an absolute shoe-in for a maiden hurdle. Whenever they go there, they may try and keep. He's got his novice status now until December anyway, but they may try look after that. Although they'll probably just try and win a maiden hurdle, but he's a good thing to win a maiden hurdle. And the other one is a horse of Joseph's called Pont de Garde. Pont de Garde was third over in France for Guillaume Macaire 485 days ago. He was second to Equity Mons today, who I think is a nice horse as well. Ran a really, really nice race, 15 lengths clear of the third horse in a 20 runner maiden hurdle. He is a half brother to Pont Alexandra, who was an aeroplane, only 3 kept getting injured, I think. So yeah, he is definitely one to look out for. Probably won't be much of a price, but the two of them look shoo-ins for maiden hurdles.
He was an unbelievably good horse that kept getting injured. You know that?
Yeah, he's very good.
Do you remember him, Andrew?
Pont Alexander, he went off favourite for the Ballymore, didn't he? With the new one.
Yeah, he did. He went off favourite for that, and he unfortunately died in the following year's 4 miler.
I remember that.
You think of the horses that Rich Ritchie has had.
I've been injured the whole time.
And the ones that have got injured, and some of the stories, like Michael Dagenet was injured all the time, won the Ballymore. Pont Alexander, Deuvan, fair enough, he won a good few races, but got injured and never probably saw his best. Vautour, in my opinion, was probably going to be a generational type horse. He was that good, died. Annie Power fell at Cheltenham. I know she won a champion hurdle, but that man, all the good horses he's had some bad luck.
But apparently Faugheen and Deuvan are having their swan song at Punchestown this year, which will be good.
I can't believe we can't go and watch that.
Faugheen, another horse that got injured in his prime, really.
Deuvan, I think if you listen to the Mullinses, Deuvan is the one that they'll always look at that Galway.
I seen Deuvan winning the Punchestown Arkle at the festival, and mother of God, he's a monster. I was out in the parade ring. It was snowing in the middle of April up there. He was huge. He
was massive. He's about 18 hands.
You could see him. He knew he was that good. He was walking around, ears pricked, not a bother on him. Proud as punch, and he absolutely demolished the field.
That can sometimes be horses' problems as well. If they're that big, they can put so much pressure on their legs. You look at a horse's legs, and you look at the tendon that runs down the back of their leg. It's like that wide, it's really narrow. And if you ever watch, it's worth going off and find a slow-mo of a horse galloping or a horse jumping, even more so. And the pressure that goes down on their front legs, you'd wonder how any of them stay sound. Like it's mad, really. Some of it.
The 3 2-mile chasers that were battering other horses. Deuvan, Sprinter, and the other one was in my brain. Masterminded, all injured.
Can you imagine? Now, here's the other thing as well, and it's said a lot, is you look at Masterminded, Sprinter, and Deuvan to some extent. Those keen horses that do everything on the bridle, they travel, they over travel. They're the ones that don't last. I'd love to look at a scientific thing behind it. I don't think you could put a scientific thing on it, but I think they're always doing too much and they're always giving themselves a hard race. It's the lads that race behind the bridle. They're the ones you want. They just come back all the time. It's
like Big Bucks, for a prime example.
Never always, look at those type of horses. Yeah, winning
back-to-back stairs hurdles. Like even Corto to an extent. He was very sound, and he never overexerted himself either. Oh. Then you have Denman, who just literally gave his heart and soul to every single race. He was always injured. I think it's just the fact, as Tom said there, they're putting too much into it. It's going to take a toll on your body, be a horse, be someone playing football, hurling, whatever. If you put everything into every single match, you're going to fall apart. A prime example with football players this season. A lot of them are dropping like flies because they're have to get no break and you just keep going and going. Someone said Big Buck's tendon injury. Yeah, that was at the end of his career, though. He was at be doing back-to-back years of winning 4 years of staying hurdles.
Yeah.
Literally, I love him and them, man, just unbelievable.
Yeah, as Tom said, like just back on Doovan and Faheen, I can't believe we won't be there. Like Dave, remember when Faheen's come back in the stairs up there? I've never been at a race meeting before where the crowd absolutely erupted. And we were with Brian, who people might know from years back, who was on the show. And I'd say he was the only fella in Punchestown that hadn't backed Faheen. That
particular day, Tom, I was flirting with one of the girls in Ladbrokes, and she gave us a lot of free bets.
This is true. Every word of this is true.
You're obviously supposed to only use one or two of these free bets, but we had loads of them on Faheen.
Well, Dave, tell him how you got it.
Brian didn't back Faheen at all. How I got him? I just said it, sure. I was flirting with the girl.
Yeah, but what did you have to give her?
Whoa, now.
No, it is PG. This is PG.
This is going to sound like I'm using one word instead of another, but I had to give her my scarf for the whole day. And it was a scarf. I didn't give her anything else.
No, it was a JP McManus scarf. It was a great day. We barely spent a penny and won a lot.
The other news, lads, is
moving swiftly on. Tom just goes on.
We can't. We won't get
bets. Bribing Ladbroke staff. Let's leave this one to the side.
Well, we can talk about dead horses and shit trailers.
Here is another one as well. Is like 2020 has really taken up the gauntlet from 2021 has really taken up the gauntlet.
Tom's even going backwards.
Daryl Holland is setting up as a trainer in Newmarket with Kieran Fallon as his assistant trainer.
I saw this yesterday. I just went, what? Yeah,
I thought it was a piss take. Genuinely thought it was a piss take.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Are you joking?
Can you imagine the tweets on that one?
Tom, get out the trainer license. We have a crack for them, just for the crack.
I was having this conversation now. I'm giving it a go someday because
why
some
not?
of the things going on recently, and I line up for my chance. I tell you, there's a few things I know I won't do anyway, so I won't completely kill myself and shoot myself in the foot.
I hear there's a big yard coming available very soon.
Jesus, no.
No, why? What?
Libel.
No, it's in Waterford, by the way.
It's in Waterford. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
They're diving under the table.
Get the lawyers quick.
I won't do it. I need money. I can't be giving it away through lawyers. I need money to go and do it. But yeah, look, that should be good. It'd be interesting to see how, best luck to him. I hope it turns out well. Kieran Fallon is an excellent judge of a horse anyway. So at home, he's regarded as a really, really good work rider. So yeah, but best luck. I'm sure it'll go well.
I hope that'll be good crack either way.
2 weeks to Cheltenham.
It's just brilliant. It brightens up any day. There's nothing can take the dampener off it. Bar one thing.
Get ready for Christmas week for us racing enthusiasts.
I can't wait for Cheltenham Eve, sitting down there looking at the race car, knowing I've all my horse picks, but yet still looking for more horses to back.
It's so good, isn't it? It's on buzz. I really hope we're there next year.
Are we going to do a handicap video?
Monday, few drinks in town on Monday night. Back to the Airbnb. Up early Tuesday, ready to rock. Record a few videos. Be savage crack.
That's just getting me small bit excited.
Definitely next year. And yeah, Andrew, we'll do a handicap video, yeah?
Next Sunday?
Are we doing a what?
A handicap
A
video.
handicap
for Cheltenham.
video. With
Yeah,
the weights and
handicap
all that.
I've gone through those list of horses. They're still next to me actually, but like some of those could get annihilated by the handicapper, and then it's just game off. So you need to see the weights and know what's going to get a run and have a proper crack at it. So.
Well, Luke just said yes. You're doing a handicap video, lads. That's answer for you.
Yeah, we'll do it, but let's just see the weights and everything first, and then go from there.
The weights are out Wednesday, aren't they?
Tuesday, I think.
Tuesday, yeah. We'll do it Sunday.
Yeah,
Sunday,
not Wednesday. We need it.
No, not Jesus Christ, no.
We
We'll
got
do it
the
Sunday.
weekend to go through it properly. Then, yeah, Tuesday. I think the weights are out as far as I heard today. So, yeah, it's gonna be good fun.
So wow, next week, the week after, and then Cheltenham.
Yep.
We come up with something to do on the Sunday before Cheltenham.
Yep.
Sit here and be excited about Cheltenham.
Yeah, pretty much. Get the out liver ready for a few pints, lads. I'm cracking. We can't even go to the pub over this.
Is what is. Look, we're on the way out of this, lads. We're facing into the light now.
You must be moving back over to England, so are you?
No, we are as well. I mean, a funny one. I was quite clever actually. I thought. The government released a forecast of government in Ireland released a forecast of when they think they're going to have 5 million people vaccinated, and so the forecast line starts here and it goes like up, and the actual line for what they've done now is here, and it's like ding, 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 and then the forecast line takes off like this.
How?
It's mental, but. It's just mad. But yeah, look, they need to pull the finger at the arse, but I think half of it is to do with the EU. So
look, my next aim now, my head is we're 100% going to the Dublin Racing Festival.
Yeah,
surely that's realistic.
That's 100% what I'm on. I'm like, right, forget about everything. Just right off this year. Dublin Racing Festival next year is going to be epic.
And as I said to you, we might have to start thinking about booking it already because that's going to be sold out.
Do you know the way we did the quiz at Christmas, Andrew?
Yeah.
Do you want to do like a Cheltenham quiz? I'll do the questions for that Sunday before Cheltenham starts.
Yeah, okay. So the Sunday before Cheltenham, we are having a Cheltenham quiz.
I'll do 40 questions and we can do the answers in the comments again like the last time, and like exactly what we did at Christmas.
And I'll give away bloody more cups and Robbie, I know you won the Punchestown tickets, so whatever first race meeting we're back to, you can have them for whatever one. Yeah,
we give away a couple of mugs again.
Yeah, that'll do me.
That's good. It's not going to happen this week, lads, but somebody just put a comment saying, "Oh, a horse for the week." To finish off the video, I reckon that's a good segment for next week going forward.
Noted. Tom.
Yes.
Full of great ideas. Well, Tom. I'm not.
Hey, Tom.
I'm not.
The Zoff. What's the story?
Oh, Zoffany. Who came up with that? Connor Fitzgerald. Nice one. One horse for the coming week, lads. Finish off the video. No idea for this weekend. For this week, Connor, I haven't looked yet, but we'll do that from next week going forward.
I'm writing it down as we speak.
Zoffany Bay.
Go on.
Zoffany Bay runs tomorrow. Really, really competitive race. First race at O'Toy, as far as I know anyway. Look, really competitive. 100 grand handicap. Let's hope he goes well. If he wins, that'd be amazing.
Is he ahead in the market this time again?
I've no idea if prices are out. I'll have a quick look now, but it'd be towards the head of the market anyway. But yeah,
while you're thinking of that, any other couples in the works? Anything you've eye on? More Pimlico superstars on the way?
Yeah, was talking to that today. We were looking at one today that we're going to follow up privately now.
I was going to say something there, but I might get shut down again.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, look, mad to buy one. It's just a case of finding the right one. It can take a while. We're not going to buy shite. We have if you rush into it, you'll buy shite, and this is a long term long-term plan. So we'll take our time, and we're desperate to get one. And as soon as we get one, we'll let everyone know. But yeah, fingers crossed Zoffany runs well anyway.
The questions for people. So you have 2 weeks to revise. I'll only go back 10 years and they'll all be Cheltenham Festival questions back to 2010.
Is that for Andrew Blair White, who's apparently born in 99 or something?
1980.
Scary shit, lads.
That was another bamboozle 2021 moment, but there you go.
Andrew Blair White wasn't alive for the France World Cup.
What? Oh my
God! Get that in your head now.
That can't be real.
It is.
Yeah. Thomas alive for 1966 one.
And on that note,
Connor just said, and I probably didn't address it correctly there. He said, "Will you be backing Zoffany?"
Tom doesn't back any of the horses.
I genuinely don't, and I
will.
I won't be backing.
I will.
Yeah, he's got his chance, but it is really, really competitive. But he has a chance.
There's a horse for the week going forward. Zoffany Bay.
Zoffany Bay. There you go. Ben just asked me a question on the preview. I said that Monkfish is the best horse Rich Ritchie will ever have. And I stick by that. I know he's at Dan Fatur, Doof, and Annie Power. He's going to win that. He won an Albert Barrett. He's going to win the RSA, and he's going to win a Gold Cup.
What question did Dennis Sheehan ask you to pass on to me, Andrew? Andrew, can you pass on the question I sent you to Dave?
What? Was this on Twitter?
It's there. It's in the comments. If it's personal, I'm not answering it here.
Oh, do you know what there's note as well? Someone has their name as a Dino something. Dino Rex.
Big Toe Dan 50. Dave, have you ever had hair? I lost my hair when I was 24.
Oh, you had to send me on the picture you had just before you shaved your head.
That's what he wants.
I want it. No, I want it so I can put it up next to the thing.
Okay. What about...
I'm trying to find...
It's for the quiz. Is it up above there?
What? Dennis, send it again. What will be the shortest price at the festival? I think either Monkfish or Envoy Allen will go after the shortest price.
Envoy Allen.
Envoy Allen.
He said he sent it to you on Twitter.
Okay, give me 2 seconds. You kill time for a second.
Well, let's do a sorting that out. Here's one for you if it runs on Thursday in the Hunter's Chase at Clonmel.
Do love a Hunter's Chase.
I love a Hunter's Chase. St. Benedict, Enda Bolger should be an absolute steering job.
St. Benedict.
Anyway, let's really start the flat season. The flat season starts.
Shut up, Tom. Shut up. Jesus Christ.
To be fair, Tom, the flat season is when I come into my own, really. So I'm looking forward to it too.
Yeah. I like it. I like it when we get to after Cheltenham and the flat season starts. A few 2-year-olds start coming out. And then I get bored of it by about August. And I want the jumps back.
After the Guineas, I lose all interest.
It was named the 3 jockeys to win on Tiger Road at the Cheltenham Festival.
Ah, yes. Now I remember.
Davy Russell won on him. Davy Russell won on him. Lisa O'Neill and Kevin Sexton.
Cheltenham? No, at the Cheltenham Festival?
No, what's the man that does all the...
Keith Donoghue.
Keith Donoghue.
Yeah. Very good question, though.
Good question.
The racing team says Zoffany Bay is apparently 8-1, Tom.
The racing team would be better off sending his address so he can get his cup.
That is true. The racing team, I need your address. Message the Twitter or Facebook page of the finishing line, and I will send it out to you. And who you want, what silks you want on, obviously.
Yeah, 8-1. You can back him each way. So that's fair, isn't it?
Andrew, Nick Luck's love child. I'd love
he's not about you, he's not about the other Andrew, and it's bloody accurate.
Yeah.
Dave, have you ever here?
Did you not see that?
I have one here. If you came up good ground at Cheltenham, would you give City Island each way chance in the stairs?
No, he's done.
No.
Yeah, I'm the same. I can give him a hope in hell. It's mad how far he's fallen. Beating champ in the Ballymore too. Can't even beat a 0-105 handicapper.
I'm going to annoy you now. Andrew. Joe Holden said he's got Pretty Gorgeous for the 1,000 guineas at 66-1. That's a hell of a bet. I think she's an aeroplane. That horse.
Yeah, she'll win. Well played. Look, when it comes one swap, Punchestown is over. I'll start getting interested in it.
Guarantee you she won't win. Aiden will have something that'll be her.
Something. It's like Willie Mullins with the Mares. Just something lurking there. The has some run as a 2-year-old.
Few lurkers.
That's it, really, is it? There's nothing else much to talk about. We're rambling on, really.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
So
Let's hope this shit gets resolved tomorrow, lads, because it's really not good. It's really not good.
Fingers crossed.
Ideally for the show, it'll happen Wednesday evening at 5 o'clock, just in time for us to kick it. But yeah, let's hope it gets resolved tomorrow. If not, there's going to be a shit show all over, and it's going to be all eyes on Ireland making the balls of things again. Well, anyway, look, a quick question before we go. Will Patrick Mullins take out his pro license for Cheltenham? Yes or no?
No.
No.
So thanks for watching. We are back.
We're back. Good feeling, but
it's too much ins and outs to do. Fucking.
Yeah.
What is the story with it? Like, is there a certain time he has to hold it till he can go back amateur? Oh.
So this is how I remember when I used to work at Tim's. There are a good few, loads of lads who used to ride in point to points. And a few of them are looking at turning professional. And the rule back then in the UK anyway was you could ride, I think it's 16 sticks in my head or 20, something like that. You could ride an amount of winners and then you had to turn back amateur. If you rode over that amount of winners, you can't turn back amateur. I have no idea if previous winners come into it. Not a clue. But I know if you hadn't ridden on the track, you could ride a handful of winners and then turn back to be an amateur.
Are you giggling at?
I'm not. We need to end the show now. I'm not saying it.
So on that note, I'm going to find what Dave says. We're back on Wednesday.
Sorry, people are just putting into the comments there. It's over 25 winners. So yeah, I was nearly there. I knew it was around that amount.
It's not far off. We're back Wednesday with our weekend preview.
I'm gone.
Before Dave says anything he shouldn't say, keep comment below with your best performance. What you think of Gordon Gate? Oh, I just call it Gordon Gate. Hashtag Gordon Gate.
Jesus Christ. Think of the money, lads. Think of your money. You like it in your pocket, not his.
So thanks again for watching, lads. Our Cheltenham Festival video is up on YouTube. It's gone mental. So thanks to everyone who tuned in on Friday and everyone who keeps watching and commenting. So if you haven't subscribed, keep subscribing and hit the bell icon so not to miss out on anything that's coming up. Me and Dave vlogging our progress to the Coast to Curragh charity cycle with Gavin Lynch and everyone else that's going to. So the link for that, for the GoFundMe page, is in the description. The links for Hollywood Bets and the Punter's Challenge are also there, so you'll find everything you want to know in the description. So again, we're back Wednesday for our weekend preview, and we will see you again then. So again, lads, thanks for watching, and we'll see you then.